Well, shit. Welcome back to the show. We have one new face. We got Blake joining us.
Hey, everybody. Wait, does that mean you've been on it before? Oh, my God. So just one new face.
It's a
which is me.
recurring guest.
A recurring guest.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
Dang, that means you're in the credits.
Yep. Back for round two.
Back for round two, exactly. And as you can see, we're joined again by Cave. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And then this fucking guy.
I like how you're like introducing this like it's a talk show.
Well, I don't know how else to do this. It feels weird just starting with a conversation. And I've also made the decision to stop like saying the episode number at the beginning because I always
you can't
forget
remember.
or I fuck it up.
Yeah.
That's a big decision.
You should just say whatever and then edit it in very obviously afterwards.
I should do like a welcome to episode and I leave a space and then I'd overdub it later. That would be cool. But that's a little too much effort for me, I think. So
It's like the when Demi Lovato did her own like alien show, they like dubbed their pronouns over
oh my
for like an
Lovato
episode.
did an alien show?
Yeah.
It was really funny.
It was really
actually.
good.
What
Anyway,
the fuck
sorry.
is that?
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Chaotic Neutral. So this is rare. We're in, well, not really. Last time you've seen us, we were in person, but we were in Portland. Now we are staying in Brooklyn, in New York, the Big Apple. Blake and Cave both live here, which is
Go ahead and give your addresses.
Social Security as well, please.
I want to say, is this technically Brooklyn? This felt like really far. It is still technically Brooklyn. Okay. Okay.
It's Sunset City.
If you want to
Okay.
switch off mics when you're
It's
sorry.
Sunset City.
Okay.
Yeah, on the map it says like this is Sunset Park or like we're right
Yeah.
above Sunset Park. So
Which is
I don't
just
know.
One big like cemetery.
So wait, what is this
Yeah.
closer to? Is this closer to Dumbo or like downtown Brooklyn?
Neither.
I have no idea where I am right now. Then.
No, we have no clue what we're doing here. This is all new to us. I mean, I've been here once before, but Skylar hasn't. So it's
all
been
new
pretty
to
hard.
me, baby.
Yeah.
And I have no clue where I'm going at all fucking times.
This is true.
The train I had to take to get here was called the R, which I've never been on before. So just throwing that out there.
I wanna-
you can kind of just like add whatever.
Yeah.
It's also kind of funny too. Like the first thing that happened, like the first thing we looked at when we got here was like, the first thing that the host of this Airbnb said when we got here was like, yeah, you can take the N train or the R train, and I just like had to just like bite my tongue.
You didn't tell me this.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought you would have figured out like, we're like you would have looked at the signs and like the N or the R and been like, okay,
No,
No?
I'm sorry. My brain isn't as racist as yours.
that's fine.
Also, sometimes when I'm getting home from work, not to dox myself, if like the F is running like not correctly, I have to take the F to the A to the G to get home,
That's
and then walk the rest of the way.
That is sick.
really fast.
Clay had noticed that like lineup of trains or whatever. I don't know if he had to take them at one point, but he's like, yeah, like there's like you could take a series, you could take the F to the A to the G in New York City. And I was like, yeah, that's your train, huh, bud? Like,
That's your route, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. That's funny as hell.
the
I wish Chicago sucks because it's all colors, but
Okay.
but they do have the brown line.
Yeah,
like
Chicago
the
sucks
one-
because it's like a really colorful and diverse city. It'd be nice if it was like a fucking ethno state, like
Yeah, everyone has a number.
purified.
Everyone's got a fucking tag. Yeah, no.
Welcome to the C Neutral Podcast, ethnic cleansing episode, Chicago version. This city's a shithole, and Cave's coming to clean it up.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I haven't.
Just broach with the most like controversial topic possible.
No,
Yeah.
If you want to.
I mean, it's the saying. You say something like that, you kind of leave it up to like the listener's interpretation. They get to like take meaning out of it. It's like watching a movie where someone gets cancer and dies, and you think like, what does that actually mean? You know, like what's the ulterior meaning to dying of cancer? What does it mean? Is it symbolism for something? You know, that's when I say do like an ethnic cleansing in Chicago. It's like a thing where there might be something else hidden in there. There might just be face value statement. I might just be saying that because I mean it. It also could
The
be
hidden statement of ethno cleansing
Yeah.
in New York.
It also could be maybe there's something deeper to pull out. And if you could pull that out, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. We're having an
if you really
intellectual
can,
discussion.
if you really can get behind the the thoughts really behind what's going on here.
Yeah, we're having big thoughts. Like we're really getting into the nitty gritty of like the big thoughts. You know.
The big questions.
Anyway, how's New York?
New York is so well. I mean, we should be asking you. You live here. Like, how is it? Like, because you've also lived in California and Arizona.
Arizona, yeah.
Yeah, so how does
California
it-
and Arizona.
How does it compare? And I know you totally different. Like you were just Midwest, like all through and through, until moving here
Well,
for the most part, right?
okay. Let's get something straight.
Oh, sorry.
I
Oh,
was
I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. I was Midwest, born and raised. Sure thing. 19. I was like, I've had enough of this state. There's just everything's stale, stagnant. I gotta get out, do something new.
Mm.
What did I do? Moved to South Dakota.
Oh, hey.
All right. Lived in South Dakota for a year and a half, and then I went back home. Lived at home for a year. Went to Los Angeles, and it's cool. You're wearing the Peace and Love Dylan Brady T-shirt. I was at a show at the 1720 Warehouse in Los Angeles. I was there for 2 months, drugged and robbed that night. Had to leave LA.
Drugged?
Yeah, at a
Shit.
show that Dylan was at.
A Dylan Brady show was your last night in LA?
Yeah, it wasn't my last night. A Dylan Brady show. It was Brodinski was playing.
And Dylan Brady?
And Dylan Brady. Judge Beats, who I was like cool with at the time.
Yeah, same. That was my friend group when I lived in LA. Like Dylan and Judge and Mikey Joyce and yeah.
Yeah, so I got like guested for the show, and then something fucking happened where I woke up on the street with like empty pockets and stuff. Had to get out of LA, but stayed there. Went back home for a little bit. Stayed in Minnesota, and now we're in New York City.
That's a big city
Alright.
experience, is going somewhere and getting roofied.
This is so crazy because actually like I lived in LA before I lived in New York and just exactly the same story. Well,
Did you get roofied as well?
At a Dylan
I didn't
Brady
get
show?
roofied. I just ran out of money.
Oh, okay.
Which
But-
is essentially the same thing.
But
because
it's
you're
crazy 'cause-
helpless and yeah.
yeah, but it's crazy because like yeah, I was just like hanging out with Dylan. Like in them, and then I ran out of money, so I like moved back to Arizona. But that's crazy. I didn't know you like knew Judge and stuff like that.
So yeah, I wasn't like friends with them or anything. I had been like following Judge on Twitter for a long time. Really loved his music. He came to Minneapolis. I interviewed him and like hung out with him and stuff. And then when I was out in LA, they're doing a show, and I was like replied to the tweet or whatever, and like we were always just friendly. I wasn't like I like met Dylan that night and stuff, so I wasn't like cool with all of them. Judge was just like
You use my mic too
He's
if you
nice
want
to
to.
me.
You use my mic too if you
Oh,
want.
you're right. There's so many mics being passed around.
Yeah.
No, that's really crazy though. Anyway, so yeah, I live in LA as well. I wanted to be a songwriter, and I was really bad at it. So I like moved here to hang out, and it's better here. I think it's better here than
Okay.
LA.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You went from like one city of broken dreams to another city of broken dreams.
I like went to a city that I kind of like. I don't know. I thought I would hate it here. I was gonna move here like temporarily, and I thought I'd hate it here, and I really like it. I like being like liberal, like running around and being liberal.
Hey, fair, you know what?
Is New York like fairly liberal?
It's one of those places, and I mean, this is just from someone who like reads about it online,
Yeah.
like specifically Twitter, and that's it. But like, I feel like it's a very split opinion. It's either it's too liberal or it's an ethno state.
Yeah.
like there's no in between.
I like going to the Whole Foods in Williamsburg and LARPing. That's my life. So,
That's fair.
I've been
You don't
really
buy anything. You just
enjoying
walk
that.
around and you just have a empty cart.
well, no one buys anything from Whole Foods.
Well,
They
no.
don't have security.
This is very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Well, Cave, you what's other than obviously the drugging and well, we don't really know what else happened during the drugging.
well, yeah.
but
I mean, that's like another one of those things where I could just
we
be,
don't know what else happened during.
I could be straight up lying about that, or there could be like a hidden meaning to pull from that story where the
true.
drugging, the robbing, is totally irrelevant, but it could mean something else. Anyways,
Absolutely.
but
What's
how
the
does-
hidden
how does
meaning
that
behind
compare
getting
to-
roofied?
I'm sorry.
hmm?
I said, what's the hidden meaning behind getting roofied?
That's up to you.
I think he's still trying to find that out.
No, the whole thing is like interpretation. How does
No,
it
for
make
sure.
you feel? What does it make you think?
Right.
But how is LA compared to here, or like Minnesota compared to here?
Just wherever you've lived before.
Um, I also thought I was like really gonna hate it coming out here. I wasn't like totally dead set on coming here until like 2 weeks before. Um, and I don't know. I do like it a lot so far. I think like I don't know. I grew up always wanting to be in a big city, and I didn't really get to do that in LA. LA is not wasn't really a place that I like saw myself staying.
LA
in
is
for
like
a long
flat
time.
as hell too.
It's
Isn't it?
just like I don't know. It's not. It was not what I expected it to be. Which I mean, some people say, but being out here, there's like a just like a go out and like do something kind of energy, which I think is really nice. There's always something going on.
That is true. Like you walk like one block, and I feel like I pass like 17 activities. Like,
Yeah.
just tons of shit. It's packed here.
Yeah. Someone like is always like asking you to do something, which is like good and bad. But like I don't know, it's cool. Like I don't know, because I grew up like 20 miles from like anything, just in the middle of nowhere. So like to have like as I get older, I want that permanently, like in the future. But for right now, I really enjoy it here.
I feel like this is like maybe a strange cultural observation, but I feel like in LA, like people would like have their moment, like there'd be like some sort, they'd get like a record deal or they get like a TV deal or something, and they'd like stop fucking with their boyfriends and shit like that. But I feel like here, no matter like what, at least what I've noticed culturally, like people like in our spheres, like even if they get like a little like TV deal or they get like a little thing, they like still fuck with their boyfriends, and like people are very pro poor people here, which
I love to hear that.
which really rocks.
It's like there's like a better sense of like community with like being in New York compared to like LA. It is like very like grouped up in like a weird way, but I don't know. It like reminds me in some ways of like being back home in Minnesota, where just like how friendly people are kind of in general. In LA, people were not that nice.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
like walking down the street and stuff.
LA is like a place you go when you're like gunning for fame. Like you
Yep.
like that's what your whole goal is.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. No,
Like
who
you
really
wanna get made there?
who really moves to LA to make friends? Not
Yeah.
not network. Not and I don't mean like network for like business or whatever.
Even
But,
like making
make
a friend
friends
group
with
is
people. You know
like
what I mean?
you make a friend group so that you can like post on Instagram that you have a friend group that you hang out
It's
with.
like imagine like telling people you're like, yeah, I'm gonna move to like Los Angeles to just like live there. People be like, you have nothing else. You don't not trying to do anything in that Los Angeles. Like, what are you crazy? You know?
Yeah.
And like there's people that live in like Vegas to just
to live.
live there.
Yeah,
And they like don't gamble, and they're like, why go to the middle of the fucking desert?
Well,
Someone I went to
have a
high school
family
with,
that does that.
I know, and that's psycho. I'm like, why are you
Dude.
living there?
I was at high school with a person. She's great. Like helped me out when I was in LA and stuff. But she went from Minnesota to Los Angeles just to like work and live, and then now lives in Vegas.
Damn.
Like not like a gambler. Like just like likes to like go to concerts and stuff. So maybe that's like cool. You probably get like more of that shit.
I think you probably make $1,000 a day as like a hot slutty bartender in Vegas. So
Probably
maybe that's the draw.
maybe if she's doing that. Yeah.
It's funny you said that about like LA, because I did move there to like be like, I'm gonna be a songwriter. Let's see how that works out. Like I was like moving there to be like, maybe I'll meet people.
That's
and shit like
that's
that.
exactly what I did. I was like,
horrible idea.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
I went out there to try and intern for Kenny Beats. I had like sent his
Oh.
management an email. And I was like, okay, I feel like I'm qualified. I was like, but I got to be out there. I can't intern for him if I'm in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I went, and this was right before, this was like 2018, and I caught him at a show in Koreatown before I worked overnights, and I like got up to where he was DJing, and I like put the text on like Snapchat. I was like, hey, Judge told you about me being your intern. And then he just like looked at me and nodded. He was DJing. I was being like a piece of shit about it.
You were doing that thing where you like.
I like held it up to him
Oh
because
my
I was like,
God.
I have to go to fucking work, but like this is like I'm seeing him right now. I gotta
Oh my
like fucking get his
God.
attention. And then the show was done. He was outside talking to some girl. I just like went up to him. I was like, hey man, I like showed you the thing. Like,
you saw my phone earlier.
and he was
right?
like, yeah man. He's like, my management's handling all that. Like, it's like whatever. And I was like, okay, all right, cool. And then it just obviously like didn't work. But I was like,
Yeah.
fuck it, I'm not just gonna give up. Like I gotta go see him in person and try to make it happen. Then
No, that's
for sure.
crazy. It's
Yeah.
funny because like gay guys do that now at pop concerts. They like pull up the Snapchat
Yeah.
thing and like shove it. They're like do you like poppers?
Yeah.
Like in like Charlie XCX's face. And
I was
shit like
I
that
was just
now.
about to say. I
Dude,
was just gonna say, Charlie.
It's
please."
really fucking. If you do that, literally kill yourself.
Like looking back, I feel so bad. It was also probably the funniest thing too, because he was doing like a hip hop DJ set, and it was like a bar club thing in Koreatown. It was like 4 black people, and I'm the only like white guy in there, and I'm like not like I don't like dress like super nice or like look like cool or anything. So I'm waiting in line. Everyone's just like giving me looks like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? And like just getting in there, and I'm trying to like make my way through like this like crowd, like black chicks like twerking and stuff, and everyone's like
Yeah.
smoking weed and shit. And I just have like my little phone with Snapchat open, and I'm like typing the text and like
You're
trying to.
you're
show-
like move.
yeah, I was like,
move.
I really gotta like fucking show him like what's going on. I gotta be to work in an hour and a half. Like,
You make the blood.
yeah.
you're like Kenny.
Hey Kenny, yo B, like, yo peep me real quick.
It's like one of a million stories in LA just like that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
It's like, yeah,
it's,
they're like-
it's like the city for stories like that.
You were the 18th guy to do that at that show.
yeah, no, like it was just not having like the self awareness to realize like how you should conduct yourself like around people,
I
and, like
threw
still having a
rocks
little
at
bit of
Kenny
that like.
Beats until he noticed me in the crowd.
Mm.
I think actually that works really well for like if you're trying to get in with artists, just act as autistic and passionate as possible,
Yeah,
but like a little bit cool.
yeah.
Like,
See,
just
that
like-
was like. I've always like had an issue with like in my head it like all makes perfect sense, and then you like, go out and then like years later it'll be like, oh my god, I was so stupid.
Oh yeah, I'm like mortified by like a lot of stuff. When I was there, it was like people came up to me and was that like made music, and they were like, "Oh, I know you from Twitter," and I'm like, "Yeah, I want to write songs," and they'd be like, "Okay, you should," and then I just like didn't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was just like that like one guy from Twitter amongst all my like songwriter friends, which is really annoying.
Yeah, that,
Um,
that was like my biggest problem. Is like I always was like, yeah, like I want to make beats and stuff, and like I would have like fucking 300 like half-assed like beats on my computer that never were finished and never put anything out. So it's like when I moved out here, it was like, okay, stuff needs to like get out so people at the end of the day, I don't have to be as cool if I have something out that's cool.
Sometimes it's tweets, not beats. I just have to say that.
That's true. That is true. I mean, like, look at like
Very
Lil
true.
Nas X. It was all mostly tweets off of one song. Off of
Yeah.
like yeah, exactly.
Didn't it? Wasn't that song floating around for like a while too before anything picked up with that?
That's what I mean. He used it in every single meme that he posted. Like
Yeah.
that was the audio that he used, and then every one of them like fucking blew up. And then when he did release a song, everyone was like, "Oh, hey, it's the
Yeah.
cowboy or the fucking horses song."
Shout
Yeah.
out to what's that fucking guy's name? Miley Cyrus's dad.
Billy Ray.
Billy Ray
Billy Ray
Cyrus.
Cyrus. Shout
Yeah.
out Billy Ray.
For actually like performing on that.
Mm.
for giving a Stan account a chance.
Exactly. I went to LA in 2018, and I actually funny thing is I saw Brandon Wardell do stand up, and he was performing with Jamel Johnson, who
Wow, no
is-
way.
I know, right?
Whoa.
right? Who is I think infinitely funnier than him. But yeah, that was one of those things where like that was my first time ever seeing like a Twitter famous person, because I only
Yeah.
view him as like a Twitter guy, even though he's done stand up forever.
Yep.
And I was just like, what is the appeal? Like, like I know I paid money to see this, but I wish I didn't.
Yeah.
But at least I got to what's his name, Jack, his co-host Jack Wagner.
Yeah.
They were like filming something for their channel or something, and I got to shake his hand. I was like, "Hey, I like your guys' podcast." He's like, "Cool, thanks." And he turned around and immediately was like back to what Brandon was doing, and I was like, "Okay."
You didn't make connections there? You didn't hand out your ads and all that?
No, this was 2018. I wasn't even like really using Twitter at all. I was just like listening to two podcasts.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just have to say, since we're bringing up Brandon Wardell,
Let's hear it.
the Queen died today, and I was the first. I just want on record, I was the first person to put her in the picture of Tupac, Harambe, Pinky the Flamingo, and other lost legends. I was the first person to put her
Well, thank you for your service.
Beautiful.
in the gates of heaven,
Appreciate it.
where
Thank
she
you.
maybe belongs.
I think so.
Finally, the British colonizing heaven.
Mhm.
It took them long enough.
When the British find out there's tea and sugar there.
Mhm. There was a tweet that got deleted, but I thought was so fucking funny. It was from a verified account in a thread, like a breaking news like thread, and it was the second tweet, and it just said, "Update: the Queen has quote unquote completely shat the hospital bed," and all of the it was the only tweet that had any traction out of all of those like updates, and all the responses were like, "Man, why did you? Why did they
That's
have
so
to
good.
announce this?"
If I was verified, I would have changed my @ to Royal Family, but the last L in Royal would be an I.
There you go.
And I would have tweeted some really insane resurrection story or like some sort of demonic ritual. I would have tweeted in Zalgo or something.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Yeah.
But I am not verified, so I didn't get a chance to do that.
Dude, yeah, I gotta shout out the kid that tweeted me because I saw on Twitter that the Queen had died, and I was like, oh, all right, whatever. So check my notifications, and some kid like had tweeted 30 minutes ago at me. It was like, yo, you gonna do a freestyle about this? And I was like, oh damn, yeah, I probably should do a freestyle about that.
That's
And
so sick.
yeah, the thing that sucks is like I used to do those in my car all the time, so I have like a little bit of privacy. Now I just have to do them like out on the street with people walking around.
You should do them like on the J.
That would be very funny.
If you wanted to film one like right now, you absolutely could. Like, we won't judge you or anything.
Oh no, I already did it on the streets of Williamsburg today.
Oh, for sure,
I didn't watch it. It did come up, and you looked like more unhinged than like usual in it. You looked like you got like electrocuted a little bit. So.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
He was in grief. The Queen is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get your emotions out when you freestyle. No, I like. Yeah, I do. I don't know. I gotta clean up a little bit. I'm looking a little fucking ridiculous, man. I think it's like off-putting to people. I've noticed, like, just like, oh yeah, this guy is like, what's going on here?
Right.
You do have the smiling hat on, like the Forrest Gump
Yeah,
like symbol.
yeah.
So you got like him mid jog look.
That's what people
Mid-run.
have said that to me the last couple of
Oh,
weeks.
really?
Like, yeah, like, dude, you're running right now. Huh? Like,
You know how like you've seen like a video of like Christian Walker, right? Where his eyes are like blazing blue. You should start wearing like the blue contacts that like black people wear. Like,
that'd be so sick.
all the time.
Just like, oh, dude, piercing, or like get like the white like Hobson ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah, there
you should
you
do
go.
that.
Dude, if I go out just for a day of dashing in Williamsburg with like white contacts in, like, hey, what's up, man?
I think it's more menacing when you just have one in, though.
That would be freaky.
I think
as
that's true. Have you ever tried being kawaii for once?
hell. No, I
In your
haven't.
damn life.
I've done Pixar edits of me as like kawaii, like
Oh,
with like
yeah,
the
I've seen
eyes
that.
and shit like that.
Oh, do
The
they
like blushing, like
Yeah, like the little like cute mouth or whatever from like the pedophile shows.
yeah.
do the contacts that just make it so your eyes are just completely white,
That'd be so.
and then
that'd be so
pretend to be
sick.
blind when you're picking up orders.
Be so cool.
Wait, but also on the J train.
Also, on the J train, I'm gonna get yellow cat eyes with like the sliver people.
yeah.
Also, the beat isn't. I don't know how you do
And then
like your
only
freestyle. I don't know if
stare
you
at
edited the
children.
beat like after or whatever, but you should just have it playing off a JBL, not a JBL Flip 5, like the big one that people on bikes. Yeah.
100%. That's like, cause yeah, when I had my car, I just like play it on the fucking car audio. Now I just have to do like phone speakers, where it's like, damn, you gotta have like the bass in it. It feels like more like a fucking song.
Right.
I just got my phone playing like a SoundCloud little baby type beat, and I'm just rapping on the sidewalk with people walking by. Like,
Right.
I gotta have a better strategy. But yeah, rest in peace, Queen, dumb bitch, whatever. Open to interpretation. Might be something else in there.
Find a deeper
You
meaning
can
for
pull
yourself.
out, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just here saying words. I'm not here to be worshipped like the Queen.
Pack watch. R.I.P. Bozo. Rest in
Also,
piss.
I don't know if you guys saw, but the second, I don't know if this was intentional, but this, so Nicki Minaj's new album is called Queen Mix, and the second that the Queen died, Nicki Minaj tweeted, watch the music video for my new single in celebration of hashtag Queen Mix,
Oh,
and it had like a
no.
little Twitter emoji after it.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
so
no.
I don't know if she was like prepared to do that.
That was probably like a scheduled tweet, and like no one thought, oh, we should probably not. Like, we should cancel that real quick.
It'd be so awesome if she got like tipped off and was like, drop the video. Like, we're putting it out now. Like, Twitter's gonna be putting every tweet with the word Queen in it in like a fucking viral tweets folder for people to look at. We need to be at the top.
Hell yeah. when I was waiting for you guys outside, I saw a video, like a Snapchat video of an Irish soccer game happening, and like every single person in the stadium was chanting "Lizzie's in a box." And it was just like, well, I don't fucking remember the cadence, but like the classic cheering.
I think Arsenal was playing and they tweeted like respect to like the Queen, blah blah blah. But like also like they were doing like a really poor job, so they should have focused more on the game than on tweeting.
Yeah,
During their big soccer game, football or whatever.
Yeah,
Wait, when they were cheering at the stadium, were they like sad or happy?
No, they were the
were
Irish.
stoked.
They were stoked.
They were stoked?
They were
Good.
stoked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone in one of my group chats posted a picture of herself like crying and like happiness. She's like, I don't know how else to feel like this. What did she say? She was like, the only moment in my life that compares to how I feel right now is when my son was born. And I'm like, hey, you know what? If that's
I wonder what the IRA are doing right now.
probably just like shooting off in the air in
Probably just, like,
celebration.
I'm more concerned with like how all that like children blood they've been harvesting and stuff, is it like not working anymore? Because I kind of wanted that to like
Yeah, she didn't even
kinda
break
wanted that to
100.
work.
It was,
Like-
she was like 96. So you think with child blood, you get like at least another 10 years.
yeah, you're telling me like virginal like children sacrifice on an island like kind of shit
Yeah.
doesn't even make you live to 100. I don't even want that then.
It's a
No,
little
yeah,
goofy.
I don't want anything to do with that.
it's not worth it at that point. Like, what's the point?
They just put her in like a bunker with Thatcher, and they're like hooked up to a machine or something to still run.
Wait, I'll tweet this after this because I just thought of it. But you know, like the Saddam Hussein like hiding spot.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna make it say Queen of England.
There you go. I like that.
Or Queen Elizabeth II.
Yeah.
I can't read Roman numerals.
It's
I didn't
the
go to
second.
school. Okay.
Yeah, it's the second. You're good.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the people that are so like so upset that like the Queen's dead and like this is such a dark day or whatever. It's like if Joe Biden died right now,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
anyone that would like be genuinely sad about it, it's like a huge bitch.
Seriously,
Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
oh my God, rest in
Oh, I
peace,
haven't
Mr.
even-
President. So this salutes for you.
I haven't
Like,
even thought about like hyper patriot, like fucking British Twitter or something of
Yeah.
like people like crying or worshiping at their like.
those have to be
queen
the
shrines.
only people like genuinely like, oh my God,
Right.
what is happening?
Oh yeah.
I actually have a counterexample. I saw a Minecraft YouTuber say, "I never thought this day would come in mourning," and I'm like really confused because what does he mean by that?
Bro, you're 16. Like,
Like,
you're
what am I
lucky.
supposed to like dig into that? No, it was one of those like 30-year-old Minecraft
Oh.
YouTubers.
I never thought this day. That's such a vague like statement to make about.
Was he?
that.
A
It was
Brit-
like it
was
was.
he a British one or like a?
I don't watch a Minecraft YouTuber.
Well,
I
no,
don't
like-
know who he was.
Oh, no,
he
I
had
thought
a,
you
he had a
mean you-
check next to him, and there was a creeper as his
Oh,
logo.
it was a tweet. I thought you meant that you saw a clip of him saying that.
Oh
Okay.
no, that'd be funny. I'm sure. Like, I'll watch the stream later and see it. But I thought it was funny because it from the context of the tweet, it was very obviously in mourning, and I'm just like, what do you? She's 96.
Yeah.
Sister.
Like who? Like yeah, Joe Biden's like 78, and we're like all waiting. Like when are you gonna like collapse and not get back up?
Yeah. When's Life Alert gonna just stop responding?
Yeah. I think Donald Trump dying would be even funnier. That would be one I'd be a little torn on, but ultimately it's very very funny for
that
Donald
would be
Trump
the
to
day
die.
the day Donald Trump dies would be the day the laughter stops.
Wait,
like,
it
truly.
Yeah.
It'd be so funny if Biden fell and he couldn't get up.
Oh my God.
I do want to see like a genuine video of him falling down the steps to like Air Force One. Like I want to see him like just tumble down. That would be so fucking
It-
funny.
Honestly, like they probably would like patch it out and
Oh.
have like the deep fake or whatever like walk perfectly, like a little Michaela like walk perfectly down there. But I'm sure they would kind of like accidentally fuck it up a little bit. So
Yeah, his
Absolutely.
foot would like go through the stairs and like the top of his foot would disappear. Like, and they'd be like, "No, it's the lens on the camera the White House uses, dipshit." Didn't you know that? Like feet can disappear when they're being filmed. You stupid asshole. What? You don't trust the government? What? You
like to
think Joe
think-
Biden can't go down the stairs by himself?
Fuck's wrong with you, man?
The actual government should tweet like that all the time.
Dude, that'd be so. That's what people do like in the replies and stuff. If there's ever like a video that looks like a little goofy of Biden, it's like, oh yeah, actually it goes this way. They wouldn't fake. They wouldn't even give him drugs to like make him more alert. You stupid moron. Like,
Yeah, right.
There's an FBI agent behind a keyboard that's just
Yeah, it's
typing
like-
away all day.
They got all these little Patriot burner accounts.
Yeah, he has to meet his slur quota when
Yeah.
defending the government.
Dude, it's not even. It's a weird. It's because when you think Patriot account, you think like hyper conservative American flag and Bible. It's like
MAGA guy,
lib Patriot account.
Yeah, which is the worst. I think that's worse than being a MAGA guy because it's like, what are you defending exactly? Because like at least the MAGA guys are very upfront. They're like, we want to
Like
we want to
neoliberal.
conserve the white race, and it's like, okay, all right, hey, that's what you want to do. But with the libs, it's like, what exactly? Like they have no hard stances on anything. As soon as one politician changes their opinion, they're like, yep,
That's like
Exactly.
that's neoliberalism, right? That's like a
yeah,
yeah.
yes, I suppose.
All I really have to say is when Biden said all that gobbledygook, it was definitely a lens flare. It wasn't like he didn't really say all that. It was just like a lens flare.
It was a fisheye lens. When
It was
he
a fisheye.
talking.
It's a fisheye lens that made his words sound all crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Someone was on the mixer. It was that little girl he was patting on the head or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Also, sorry, I'm like dropping the mic. Also, I'm surprised that Calvin Harris isn't up on a rooftop right now. Like, this one goes out to the Queen of England. Like,
Yeah, or David Guetta.
Or David
Yeah,
Guetta,
David
it was
Guetta
David
needs to be
Guetta.
up there. Like,
yeah.
that'd be so awesome.
Or wait, are either of them British?
David Guetta is like some sort of European.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah. Or
Calvin-
Swedish, isn't he?
I don't know if Calvin Harris is. He might be.
feel
I
like
don't know
he's
about him, but I know
British.
David Guetta is like
Yeah.
No,
Swedish.
I have no clue. I feel like I should know this.
David Guetta definitely is from Europe somewhere. Calvin
Anyway,
Harris.
they should be up
I
on a
think also
rooftop.
is.
Someone edited like a fake like BBC One
Mhm.
like thing that's like the Queen has died. And my friend's like DJing tonight at Home Sweet Home, and
Oh my god, he's
I,
gonna
like,
play it.
I like ripped that from the tweet and like sent it to him as an MP3, and I was like, hey, you should like drop this.
Be amazing, dude. There's a. Speaking of like the whole David Guetta shit, there's a fucking song I need to like let C Neutral Pod know about that I listened to the other day.
Yeah.
It's probably It's probably one of the craziest verses I've ever heard in a song in my entire life.
Yeah,
It's-
then I think the neutral cells really need to hear this one.
Yeah, it's by
All the
notable
chaotic
Twitter
heads.
The chaotic heads.
notable Twitter figure RXK Nephew.
Oh, yeah.
The song is it's off of Listen, Are You Here to Hear Me, the album, and I think it is Brand New Boozy is the name of the song. The man does a 16-bar verse about George Floyd and like how did he let himself get killed like that? Like he's
Oh
like,
my god.
if I was George Floyd, I would not have like been killed like that.
Oh,
Like
shit.
he did the Mark Wahlberg like if I was there it would
Yeah.
have gone down different.
it was so insane. Like just fucking like
That's like,
like-
another level where it's like it's not even like pro cop or like pro.
no,
like,
it's not pro
BLM.
anything. It's
It's just like
How do you get caught lacking
yeah,
like that?
Yeah.
yeah.
it's like George Floyd has his knee on his neck and he's crying for his mama. Like,
Jesus.
just like fucking insane. That but listen to the album. There's some real good songs on there. That one I just heard recently and was like just absolutely floored listening to it. I was like, there's no way.
That's insane.
This came out like less than a year after that all happened too.
Oh my God.
Didn't like put it out right
You get
now.
shit for that?
RXK Nephew probably not.
I'm really hoping it's like one of the kind of rap songs where it's like a chorus or like a hook and then 16 bars and then a hook and a fade out. Like
That's basically what
the-
it is. It's like a
Okay.
2-minute song. Yeah, it
Hell
was just
yeah.
like wasted no time like getting into that, and I was just like, I was right. Like this whole fucking like.
So I'm gonna listen to it after this. But like, what could that hook be? Like imagine you're
Dude.
challenged with writing that hook after all that.
Dude, yeah, just like a hook, like fucking driving fast, like,
Right. Jeez.
whatever the fuck that would be. But yeah. So check that one out. That's a cool song. Probably the coolest song that'll ever come out in your entire life. Yeah. Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by RXK Nephew.
Yeah. Yes.
He was in a group chat that I was in. You and Clay are both in it too. I don't know if you like have ever noticed it, but RXK Nephew
Yeah.
was in it for a while, and he
Okay.
responded a couple times whenever like whoever made it would tag him and be like, "What do you think of this?" And he would say like fire, or he would just whatever, like one emoji.
Yeah.
And then randomly it was like RX Kid Nephew has left, and
Yeah.
everyone was like, "No, fuck," because they were just
Goddamn.
everyone was so happy he stayed for so long.
Dude, yeah, no, I'll show you right now why I haven't been paying attention to shit on Twitter, man. I dropped my phone the other night and like this happened to
Holy
it.
fuck!
And it's getting worse by the day.
What the fuck? What's
With
going
the
on?
black shit, the screen's like just slowly fucking breaking.
I honestly thought that was like
The
a Google Earth image, like topography and like the ocean and shit.
No,
Yeah. What is your background? Because it kind of looks like Madagascar.
my background, I made this in Pixar.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Anyways,
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I take my phone in the shower, and now
Yeah.
the charging port doesn't work, so I have to like charge it wirelessly. And I go to like parties, and I go, "Hey, does anyone have a wireless MagSafe charger?" And they say no.
yeah, nobody has that.
Hey, does everyone have AirPlay?
Yeah.
Or does everyone have air power? No. Okay.
Damn, I guess I gotta go home. I'm on 10%. Like, no,
gotta
I
call this Uber
fucking
now.
I don't even know how it happened. I was out having some drinks with some people, and I think my phone was in. Well, the thing was, is I wasn't even that fucked up, but I had like put my phone in my back pocket, and then for somehow I don't know if it was like I was like walking, and then the phone just like popped out of the pocket and fell on the ground because all of a sudden it was just on the ground, and I was like, oh shit. Pick it up. Only like a little part of the screen was black, and I was like, "That sucks." Wake up the next morning, it's way worse. It's getting worse every single day. Like more of the screen is just getting blacked out.
Like the harder you press it, it's starting to spread.
So I'm just trying to like stay off because I went to the Verizon store and I was like, "Hey, what's up? Like, I need a new phone. This one's been paid off since March."
And they said, "Kill yourself."
No, he was like, "Here's the thing: is he was super like friendly. He's like, yeah, he's like, I got 13s in stock right now. We can help you out." And I was like, "All right, cool. So what do I got to do?" And I'm late on my phone bill. He's like, "Well, first you got to pay your phone bill off because you got to do that to upgrade." And I was like, "Yeah, cool, got it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "So the phone bill, which is like $100 with like the upgrade fee and everything, like what's my total walk out of here today?" He's like, "Today, like with your phone bill included, it's like $100." He's like looking at like around $212, and I was like, "I don't have that right now." And he's like, "Okay." He's like, "That's fine." He's like, I can take off the activation like payment or whatever the fuck." Some payment. He's like, "All right, I can get it down to 186 for you. Is that better? That work?" I was like, "That's still too much."
You're like,
Like,
you
I
could knock
have
it down to like
$19.
yeah. I was like, I was hoping to maybe just sort of like give you this, and then I can get the 13 and walk
Right,
out.
yeah. Like I was hoping we could just swap it out real quick.
My budget is 0, sir. I don't think you understand.
I don't mean to be rude, but watch your foot with the cable. No. I don't want to.
Oh, smart. Thank
his
you.
phone port's already fucked up. I don't want to.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, once I get to $183 or 86, whatever the fuck it was, going in there getting a new iPhone, then I can fucking be on it again. But
for sure.
That's like essential too.
Well,
Yeah.
for like what you do.
You fucking
yeah, literally,
need
exactly.
that. Yeah.
that's why like as soon as it happened, I was like, okay, we're going to the Verizon store right now. We're gonna figure this out.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just like because I use like my phone to film stuff too, so it's like not being able to do that like fucking.
Is your
sucks.
camera fucked up?
Yeah, the glass is broken on the fucking camera.
Oh
Um,
Is
shit.
it on
and
the
then-
back too?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the glass is all missing right there.
Holy fuck! I couldn't see it from over here. Damn.
Yeah, and then the front camera obviously is fucked. That's why like the last couple of videos I posted on Twitter look so fucking horrible. Is because like
Right.
We noticed.
I know everybody noticed, but coming back. Once I get the new phone, it's game over. You thought Cave was going away. Maybe he's got some mental problems or something, battling demons. That's not true. My phone's fucked up because I dropped it when I was out drinking with some people. And guess what? Not drinking anymore, getting a new phone, and it's going to be even crazier. And you take whatever meaning out of that statement that you want to. It's open to interpretation, but I'm telling you, that's the plan. See Neutral Podcast.
You heard it here first, folks.
Submit your essays until the next episode.
Okay, have you noticed that like when you go to like a phone store here, I guess you kind of described that, but like I broke my phone at like a party and I went and I asked like how much it'd be to fix it and they gave me a price and I was like, "Oh, I can't do that." And they were like, oh well, actually, it's gonna be like $220. And I'm like, why wouldn't you say that in the first place?
Do they get commissions?
Where do you have all this?
They get
Where do you have all
commissions,
this
don't they?
power all of a sudden as a Verizon store employee?
Like you're not even the manager. You just get to like make a call like that and take $50 off the price.
Right.
Like
They get commissions, don't they? Right?
probably.
I have no clue. I feel like it's like restaurant rules where whatever your cash tips are, you take them out of the register at the end of the day. I went to an AT&T store when I had like my issue with my phone, and they were like, "Oh, you can't come in; it's flooding." And I was like, "Oh, but I'm thinking about getting like a new phone." They're like, "You can come in."
Oh my god, that's so yeah.
Like I think they thought I was there just to like browse the like Kate Spade phone. I don't know what they thought I was gonna do in there. And I was like, oh, I might have to get a new phone. So like, should I come back tomorrow? And they're like, you can come in right now.
Yeah. Oh, you want a new phone? Guess what? Oh, yeah. Let's check your phone. What's your phone number? What's your number right now?
We'll have it ready for you.
Yeah.
They
No,
handcuff you to the desk until you finish your payment.
They're a bunch of Weasley bastards. Like I hate.
I fucking hate it
blood-sucking
too.
people like that.
I feel like every time I go to like a phone place, I'm like, how much is it going to be? And they're like, oh, like $60 or whatever. And then like you start like the process, and they just keep adding things. They're like, oh, it's going to be another 20. It's going to be another 30.
Gotta activate this, and
Gotta
then you need a
activate
SIM
that,
card,
gotta-
and then you need exactly.
Like
Well-
there was 13 like $10 charges for like the activation. So it's actually an extra $130 on top of like the base 60 price. Like,
Right.
is that cool? Because like we have to do all those to get the phone ready for you.
I know we're deep in this, but I do want to warn you guys that a staggering 95% of podcast listeners work at the Verizon store and listen on their lunch breaks. So you might
Hey,
want to be
listen,
careful. What
no
you fucking
disrespect
say.
from the Chaotic Neutral podcast. No disrespect to Verizon workers.
I want to say full disrespect.
Yeah, I'm
Fuck you
also gonna
guys.
go full disrespect on the Verizon workers.
I know you guys are trying to make a living and all, but kill yourself?
I would love to just do an exchange on my phone. Like, I just want to go in and do a trade off. You give me the fucking 13, I give you this thing. I know you can part it out and you can make whatever money you need to make back off of it.
Well, I wonder how much would they charge if you just went to Apple? Like, can't you just do the same shit? Like, can you just go to them?
$13,000 and you have to wait in the line.
Yeah, no,
probably,
it would
yeah,
be
probably.
yeah. There's actually yes, we had to do $1,310 fees to get the phone activated at
So
the Apple store.
you know what's annoying is like for school, I've been meaning to get a new laptop, and they came out with some new ones. Apple did, and I'm gonna get one. But I was looking at getting one while we're here because I was expecting my refund to like come through while we're here, and it fucking didn't. But I was looking at the prices and the taxes here compared to Chicago. It like you wouldn't expect like that 10% to fucking hit you as hard as it does, but like it's an extra 90 if I were to pick it up like where I live, and here it's like $120
yeah.
extra like in taxes.
Oh, to get a laptop. Yeah, I don't know. I have like a dumb email job, so they just like hand you free laptops right and left.
I
On my like
wish I
work
had
computer,
that.
I'm like, I'm gonna download Logic. I'm gonna go on Pornhub.
Yeah,
Like,
this is my computer.
this is my computer
Like,
now.
Why not?
You guys can't take it back. Okay, do you guys know like the machines they have at like outlet malls and sometimes at Walmart, where if you put your phone in, it gives you like $80?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
guys know what I'm talking about?
They have one at the store we used to work at.
Oh, it'd be so funny if you got a new laptop and I came to do this podcast and you're like, "Where's my laptop?" And I put it in the machine.
Ah, fuck.
That gives you $45 for
Right.
like a new MacBook. I kept doing that joke to my grandma. I went to Tennessee to go visit my grandma, who's like old. She's kind of on her Queen of English shit. But I kept taking her phone and being like, "I'm gonna put it in this machine," and she'd go, "No," and I'd be like, "I'm gonna do it." I'm just kidding.
I don't think you are.
That'd be the stupidest hustle ever, is getting hired for a tech job just to sell the laptop they give you at like an eco ATM or something.
Just to throw it in.
So like you get $30 one one time. And
Do
How
they
else
give
are
you-
you gonna get
that
crack
job.
day to day?
Do they give you cash or do they give you like a
think they print-
Amazon gift card?
You can-
You
there's
get a
different
gift
options.
card. Yeah.
Oh.
You can get
thought
gift,
there's
gift cards,
options.
mostly like Visa and stuff. But I think, like, if I remember correctly, it would give you a voucher at like our store where you could go to like the customer service desk and get cash. No,
No.
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 All right. Well, I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Guess I'm fucking wrong. All right.
Guess you
You?
fucking are.
Cool. I'll just go kill myself.
Whoa, exclusive on Chaotic Neutral Podcast. Killing yourself.
Steve joins the Queen of England.
What if we're the
Yeah.
first podcast to talk about the Queen of England dying?
Oh, see, now that would.
There's no way that's true.
The moment it happened, somebody pressed record to talk about
What
it
if-
somewhere.
What if we just all collectively decided to time travel and take a flight and go
Hey,
back to yesterday?
I can't
listen,
wait for
I
some
ain't getting
tweet.
on no fucking time machine.
I can't wait for some tweet to like surface from like 2007 of someone being like, "The Queen of England will die exactly on this date," and they're like, "Correct."
I'm hoping that there's some like deep fake of her making a political announcement on an account they forgot the password for, and they're like freaking out because they know in like
Oh my
27
God.
days the deep fake is gonna post, and they don't know like
Mhm.
they keep pressing forgot password.
Yeah.
like, trying to figure out.
They
like,
can't get into the email that they used for it
They're
either.
they're like, who runs the Sprout social account? Like, we need to figure out who's running the Sprout social account. Who tweeted from the LG Fridge 3
Yeah.
and like scheduled this tweet because we have to do it. They're like calling Twitter.
Right. Who owns Twitter again? Because it's not Jack anymore.
No, it's that Indian guy, right?
Is it still him? I thought he like.
Maybe they got him out.
All I know is
Oh.
like the president of Twitter or whatever. Doesn't he have like a name that's like really close to a slur? Isn't that something?
Maybe.
I genuinely thought Elon Musk bought it. I like didn't keep up with that, so I just assumed he bought it. I
I-
thought that's why
yeah.
we had Twitter circles now.
Yeah, right. Well, I remember when I was visiting home, I was at a casino with my parents, and my stepdad brought that up. He was like, "So what's with this Elon Musk guy and like buying Twitter?" And I was like, "He didn't." Like it was the news had broke that morning that like he had backed out of the deal, and he was like, "Oh, really? Why did you do that?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know. Why? Why would you ask me? I don't know why Elon Musk makes his fucking decisions. He probably was just
Yeah.
like, this is probably not worth my time or money anymore."
No, CEO's Parag Agrawal.
Okay.
He's a little Indian guy.
Pog who?
This guy.
Oh,
I don't know.
I can't see it because your phone's so.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
know. It's
kidding.
so fucked. Man.
Wait, what if that was the last thing you looked up and you pressed too hard trying to like save the
It'd be
image?
so funny. I typed in CEO of Twitter, and my phone was like, "Actually, do you mean that you're the CEO of typing?"
Why, yes, I am actually.
Yeah.
Wait, what's his name again?
It's a Parag.
You can't see it.
Yeah, you can't. It's I have to do this. Parag Agrawal.
Okay, I'm the Parag Agrawal of being on this podcast right now.
You really are. You kind of are steering the ship, so thank you. I have class in like 20 minutes, which is so sick. I love
Dude, that's
doing.
awesome.
I know, right? I love doing schoolwork on vacation. That's so fun. I don't. I really actually don't like doing
No,
it.
you,
but-
you actually do. You actually love it.
Do you want to
actually
like
love it so
continue the podcast through? Is it like a Zoom class?
It's
or
a Zoom
something?
class. Yeah.
Oh, do you want to like set it up like over there and like?
And then we're all learning fucking English 101. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
be
so
Wait,
cool.
Is that the class you're taking? English 101?
It's a required.
It's like
class.
a prerequisite
Yeah,
or
exactly.
something like that.
It's my first year, so yeah.
Are they gonna make you like read like Catcher in the Rye? Like what goes down?
I don't know. It's a lot of because it's like an English 101/97, so it's like remedial English, and
Mm-hmm.
it's because it's so fucked up. I had to take my English placement test, and then it didn't. It didn't record the like the big essay portion, the middle of it at all. Like I wrote like a 5-paragraph.
Sorry, I'm on
essay.
like Twitter and TikTok so much that essay is just sexual assault to me. Can you?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
essay like ESSAY.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, paper or whatever. Yeah.
Taking,
Like
so-
later.
taking the sexual assault course necessary to go through
Yeah.
college.
I was like, wait. Who did you?
I have to
sexual
commit
assault?
sexual assault or else I can't get into the
On a
class.
fellow classmate, and they whittled you down. It's like a Korean. Anyway.
Sure. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So I had to take the thing, and it didn't record my like response, and so they were like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to retake it." And I was like, "Well, I'm not going in and doing that again." They're like, "All right, do it from home, and we'll grade it again." And so
and you were like, "Oh, this makes me so mad. I'm gonna go sexual assault somebody." And they're like, "Congrats, you just graduated college."
yeah, that's exactly what happened.
They're like,
They're like, I don't need to read about Holden Caulfield. I am Holden Caulfield. I'm the Holden Caulfield of this English 101 class.
yeah. But anyways, I'm sorry. To interrupt.
But you're good. So I did it from home, and then they graded it, and they were like, "Yeah, so you're in the dumb class. Sorry, like we just graded your second one that you half-assed." And I was like, "Oh, sick." So I join it. The first day, they're like, "Do a writing sample, so I know where you're at." And it's the professor pulled me aside the next class and was like, "You don't need to take this class. You can transfer out." And I was like, thanks. Like like that's fucking sick. And then the day that we actually got here, so Friday, that was the deadline to do that, and I landed after the office had closed, so I had no way of doing it.
Get
So
on
now I'm
another
stuck.
flight backwards.
Yeah, going back in time.
Yeah.
I need the returning flight. I need to get on the returning flight right now.
I need to go two
need to
time
go back
zones
in
back.
time.
So I'm that's why I have to take that like remedial class. But it's mostly for like people who don't speak English very well already. So a lot of grammar and like punctuation and shit. And he was like, I really don't think you need to be here.
It's like-
You kind of have that down. And
It's
I
like
was
grammar, punctuation, staying out of white people's way.
First of all, you try to present your essay on one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, and he's like, can you sit down and listen? White people sit down and listen.
Yeah.
He's like, we don't want to hear your takes on one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Yeah, you're gonna listen to Parag Agarwal fucking talk about one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
jeez.
Now, when I read the first part, I think, well, there is maybe one fishes. Now I see there is maybe now more fishes there around. There's two of them, and maybe they are the same color. No, wait. Now there is a red and a blue one. And also, I'm the CEO of Twitter.
and you're just gonna continually fail that class until you can sit down and
Yeah,
listen.
yeah. You gotta let him do that. I know it makes you want to fucking kill yourself, man. But you gotta let Parag just let him give his synopsis of the fishes.
I don't think I'd have to turn my camera off. Like I couldn't sit and listen to that. Like, I'm sorry.
he's like fox on box.
Yeah. What do you mean the fox is in the box? What does that? Why is he in there?
Oh God.
Yeah.
All
A
right.
heated 30-minute discussion of green eggs and ham.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He has one of those cultures where they use blue and green as the same word. Like they don't have they don't have an English distinction. And so
It's just like.
Oh man. Well, yeah.
Is that it?
I think we're gonna have to wrap it up. Unfortunately, yeah, I do have to get ready.
Oh,
for
that's
class.
right. You do have.
That wasn't even a bit. Like
I
I have
completely
in
forgot
15
about
minutes.
that.
Yeah, I
shit,
have
okay,
class.
you gotta do class.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Really appreciate you coming on, taking
No
your
problem.
time.
do you guys say something when you sign off?
Usually, I just say peace. That's
Oh,
my
okay.
thing is-
We did on mine. We did goodbye idiots.
Oh
So
yeah, I like that.
So,
That's a good one.
I'm sure that applies to your
No,
fan
that-
base as well.
That's perfect. Do you guys want to do in unison? We can say goodbye, idiots.
Goodbye, idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, do you guys do anything when you sign off? You scream a slur.
Or
Oh,
say
you-
see ya or something.
Okay, well, goodbye idiots
Good-
from my part.
Goodbye, idiots.
Goodbye, idiots.